Alright guys, we're back for part 3 and the final installment of our Atlas Alco C-628-2 that was in pretty poor running condition. So you guys saw in the last video, I found the problem. Those cracked, I don't know what you'd call them. I would almost call them dog bones because of the way they are shaped, but they fit around the engine shafts. They're made of impossibly thin plastic. I don't know what Atlas was thinking, because those are just going to be an obvious point of failure. If it were me, what I would have done is I would have machined it into the flywheel itself and then just press fit the flywheel onto the shaft of the motor, or something, you know, to where you're not dealing with that impossibly thin plastic, because both sides cracked. So we broke out the shoe goo. I probably should have used a thin CA instead. Because even with putting an impression of the drive cups in the stuff, I think it still is introducing another source of friction, is as in when you put it all back together, the cups are and everything else is in there so tightly that it's putting pressure against the motor assembly axially. So I think that's leading to poor performance. So I've got this thing jammed back together. I cleaned all the old earwax looking lubricant off with a Q-tip and some IPA. Got lubed back up the best way I know how with the Labelle products. We're on our test track. Turn on the power, pick a direction, and feed it the juice. That is full chat. That's 10 volts. It is not great. And this is coming back on 10 volts. So when I juice this up a little more, like 12 volts, it moves out pretty well. But like I said, I think we're just dealing with possibly too much axial friction. I've tried to scrape and claw and clean out as best I could. It doesn't feel like it's a real tight fit, but you know, when you're dealing with thousandths tolerances here, then it could be enough to not have any tolerance and thus providing a problem. So I'm done screwing with it. It runs, and I think that that's a victory. Now, I did use my sandpaper trick you guys have seen me do on the wheels before to clean them up prior to putting it on the track, and using the electrodes and everything like I typically do, it worked absolutely fine. I had no slip in the drivetrain or anything, so that is 100% solid. So our fix did work in its broad strokes. So that's going to wrap it up on this Alco here, guys. It's going to go back in the box and join the rest of my demo units. I want to thank you guys for joining me on part 3 here. This is a short one and kind of bittersweet, but you know, a win is a win. I'll take them where I can get them because they don't come often. So yeah, this should post on Wednesday, a couple of days after the repair video itself. So yeah, I don't have much else left for you. I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.